Welcome! So you think you know Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. You probably think the romantic chaos is all about the four young lovers getting lost in the woods. Well, think again. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and meet the real masterminds pulling all the strings.
All right, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll pinpoint the play's true engines. Then we'll meet our two key players, Oberon, the calculating architect, and his sidekick, Puck, the chaotic catalyst. We'll see what happens when their plans smash into each other, and finally, how they somehow manage to build a happy ending out of the mess they made. Okay, let's kick things off by challenging a huge assumption. Even though the mortal lovers get all the screen time, they have almost zero control over what happens to them. So, let's just ask the big question. Are Hermia, Helena, Lysander, and Demetrius actually in charge of their own love stories out there in that forest? The answer is absolutely not. The real power is somewhere else entirely. See, the whole plot is powered by two supernatural forces. It's like a dual-engine system. On one side, you've got the architect, Oberon, who is all about calculated intent. And on the other side, you've got the catalyst, Puck, who is pretty much fueled by pure chaotic error. And there they are, the fairy king Oberon and his mischievous servant Puck. These two are the ones pulling every single string. They're the central engines that not only create all the drama, but somehow also clean it all up in the end. Let's start with our first engine, Oberon. Now, it's super important to understand that he is not just a simple prankster. No, this guy is a powerful, strategic figure who uses his magic with a ton of precision. He wields magic like a surgeon's scalpel. Seriously, whether he's looking for control or revenge, or even doing something nice, every spell has a very specific purpose. He is the grand architect of this whole magical mess. Just look at his cold, calculated plan to humiliate his own queen, Titania. They're fighting over something, so what does he do? He comes up with this perfect three-step revenge plot designed to put her right back in her place. And his goal is so specific and kind of cruel, right? He wants to make her fall completely, foolishly in love with the absolute first thing she sees when she wakes up. This isn't random fun. This is targeted, magical manipulation. But here's the thing. He's not a total villain. He sees poor Helena absolutely heartbroken, and he feels a little sorry for her. So he decides to step in and do something good. He actually tells Puck to use that same magic to fix things for her, which, is exactly where things start to go wrong. And that brings us perfectly to our second engine, that shrewd and knavish sprite, Puck. If Oberon is all about precision, Puck is just pure, unfiltered chaos. I mean, he calls himself the merry wanderer of the night. He's basically the embodiment of wild, amoral magic that just wants to stir the pot and see what happens. Usually, his mischief is pretty low stakes. Messing with household chores so the butter won't churn, or turning himself into a stool just to watch someone fall over. It's all just for a good laugh. So, what happens when you give a guy like that a really important, high-stakes job from his boss? He messes it up, big time. He makes this pivotal error. He gets Lysander and Demetrius mixed up and puts the love potion on the wrong guy. And that one little mistake, it sets the whole forest on fire. So this is it. This is the moment when Oberon's careful, precise plan collides head-on with Puck's chaotic mistake. Let's watch it all unravel. The result is instant, brutal chaos. Lysander wakes up, his deep love for Hermia is just gone. It turns into pure hatred. He actually calls her a loathed medicine. Can you imagine? It's just a devastating 180. And Puck? How does he react to all of this human heartbreak and suffering? He's having the time of his life. He watches them tear each other apart and says that famous line, "Lord, what fools these mortals be." For him, their pain is just top-tier entertainment. And that right there, that's the real core of the play's conflict. It's not about the mortals and their choices. It's all about this fascinating clash between Oberon's strategic plan and Puck's completely flawed, chaotic execution of it. But hey, they broke it, so they have to fix it, right? The fairies created all this chaos, and now they're the only ones who can clean it up. So they switch gears from troublemakers to, well, engineers.
Oberon basically steps in as a crisis manager. He starts giving Puck new orders. Okay, use your tricks to keep those guys from killing each other, and for goodness sake, put the potion on the right guy this time. And eventually, they restore order just in time for a triple wedding.
Their last act is actually really sweet. Oberon and Titania, who have made up by now, show up at the wedding feast and give the couples a blessing. They promise them that their love will be ever true and loving be. And that really shows you the incredible dual role these two play. They are both the agents of complete and utter chaos and the ultimate fixers of romantic harmony. They are the problem and the solution all wrapped up in one magical package. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Are these fairies just meddling for fun in a silly comedy? Or is Shakespeare using their magic to say something much, much deeper about love itself? That it's wild, irrational, chaotic, and often feels like this powerful force that's completely out of our control. What do you think?